Hi, I'm Ekene Onu, and this is my video blog. There have been a lot of questions that have come to me recently, and a lot of people have kind of like the same concerns. And funny enough, perhaps because I've been working on this, or maybe because I'm supposed to share on this, I have been experiencing some interesting things. And I wanted to share on this. The title of my vlog today is Call Me Kim. And Kim is an acronym for Keep It Moving. I got that from someone I worked with ages ago, and I know that it's out there. It's not something I created. It's nothing new, but I use it as a way to deal with life. One thing that I know is that situations continue to come up in your life. While it's all right to be upset about something, you don't want to get derailed by something. You want to keep your life on track for success, really. And a lot of times the things that you experience as failures or challenges or betrayal, whatever, those things are actually things that life is using to grow you, to change you, to test you. And whenever you're going to the next level, there are going to be more tests, more experiences that will push you. I've been through that. I'm not just talking, for talking's sake. I've had that experience. I have experiences that some of them I'm even currently dealing with. But again, what makes me happy is knowing that I have reached a certain point where I don't get derailed. I can acknowledge that something hurts me or something frustrates me or something is happening in a way that I wish it didn't happen. But now I have tools to help me stay focused on my success. And those are the tools I'd like to share with you today. So, we're talking about keep it moving. So, say for instance, and this is something that a lot of people can relate to, you lost your job, or you got laid off, or somehow your finances have changed. Or maybe it's a personal issue. Maybe you have a family member who has overstepped their bounds or created a dramatic situation that you didn't really want to deal with. Or maybe you have a loved one who has hurt you or something like that. Okay, so all of these things are difficult things to deal with. They are all things that impact us in significant ways. And this is not to diminish what you might be experiencing or feeling. It's not to say that you don't have a right to hurt, because you do. You do have a right to kick and scream, really, and say that this sucks. You absolutely have that right. However, what I am hoping you'll be able to do with this information is acknowledge it and move on. Okay, so when you get into a situation that quite honestly sucks, how do you deal with it? What do you do? So I've broken it down into three things. The first is K for keep doing what you love. If you are in a situation that's really, really bad and really, really crazy, I think it's okay to pull yourself out of that situation for a bit and regroup by doing something that reconnects you to who you are, and that's doing what you love. A lot of times when things are really high tension and stressful, we want to stay there. You want to stay in that funk. You want to just stay in bed and just cry about it and all that. And, like I said before, being hurt and being upset about different things is a valid emotional reaction, but it's not necessarily the best way to handle things. So you can cry, but give yourself a time limit. Get out of bed, get showered, get ready, put your face on, and go out there and keep doing the things that you love. Connect with friends. You don't have to sit down and discuss everything, but just connect with friends, connect with, go out to a nice restaurant if that's you. Shop with caution because you don't want to self medicate with your card. Just do something you love. The other thing is keep focused on who you really are. You want to remember who you are at your core. Because when things happen, sometimes it's easy to judge yourself based on that event. So if you lose your job, let's say, or you have a bad review at work, okay, let's look at that. You can own the fact that maybe I made poor decisions, or maybe this quarter I wasn't on my game and I could have done better. You can own that. But you don't want to forget that you are still a capable, competent, brilliant, amazing person created by God to impact the world positively. You don't want to forget that. Maybe a boyfriend dumped you. It's easy to get caught up there and you keep wondering, am I not good enough? Or why isn't he staying and all that? Don't do that. Remember who you are at your core. And it's okay to know who you are at your core. I believe that at my core, I'm a generous, sensitive, caring person. I also believe that I'm capable. I believe I'm smart. I'm intelligent. I'm creative. And I'm not, when you say that, it's not to, pop your collar or bump yourself up or be arrogant. It's not arrogance. It's knowing. It's confidence in the person that God created you to be. Because, and I say that is confidence because as I know who I am, I also know my responsibilities. The fact that you've made bad choices does not make you a bad person. And once you understand that, it enables you to make better choices. It requires you being grown up enough to take responsibility for your actions. It requires you to own your stuff. It does. And a lot of people are not yet ready to do that, so they'll blame everybody. But when you're busy giving away responsibility, it also weakens your authority to live your best possible life. I think we all make choices. Some of us make more obvious choices that are poor, and some of us make less obvious choices. We all fall short of the glory of God. But with grace, we can all get back in tune with who we're meant to be. Don't get lost. I think it's so easy to get lost in today's world. You wake up and it's all about the Benjamins. It's all about who's riding a range, and I want to be in that Mercedes, and I don't care that whatever I have to do, whatever I have to get mine. I don't care who I hurt in the process. What are your values? Don't get lost trying to live a life that the world tells you need to live. Okay, when you feel crappy about some decisions you've taken, check yourself. And you know what? I don't subscribe to that whole concept of, oh, there's no right or wrong, there's only perception. I think that's absolute crap. There is right or wrong. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm just saying that, let's just be real. The next letter in the acronym is I. Oh, and is really keep it moving. I just called it it. Just recognize that whatever is happening in your life is just an it. It could be a big it or a small it, but it's just an it. It's not you. It's it. It's it. It's it out there. Something outside of me. Even if that it is a relationship, it's still it. So just recognizing that it is just a thing or it's just a circumstance. And again, it does not define you. Keep focused on that. This does not define me. If my status has to change, if I have to go from being upper middle class to lower middle class, it's just an it. Doesn't define you. If my house gets foreclosed on, it's just an it. It does not define you. No matter what it is that's happening, it's just an it. In fact, I think I'm going to make that a mantra for today. It's just an it. It's just an it. No worries. It's just an it. The last part is M for moving. Stay in motion. I look at my life kind of like a train on train tracks. I'm headed somewhere. Sometimes when things happen, you just get stalled. So what I say is when something happens, stay in motion. Now, you may need to slow down because you're crying and life is just falling apart around you and you need to slow down to collect yourself. You can slow down, but don't get stalled and don't jump the tracks because sometimes you just get so everything is falling apart and you freak out so much, you actually jump the tracks. You don't want to jump the tracks. Don't jump the tracks. You know, um, if necessary, slow down. If necessary, even change direction. Get on from track A to track B. But keep moving, stay in motion, keep headed towards the general direction of your success. And basically, that's my acronym for today. Call me Kim. Keep it moving. And I just want to thank you for taking the time to listen to this very long video blog. I promise, guys, I'm going to get better. I'm going to figure out better ways to deliver this to you. But I really want to thank you for continuing to check in with me and stay connected and stay plugged in. And I really do appreciate it. Have a wonderful day, wonderful night, whenever it is that you're listening or watching this. And again, keep it moving. Don't get derailed. If it hurts too much, take permission. I give you permission. Cry if you need to, scream if you need to, but give yourself a time limit, okay? Don't let that thing knock you over or knock you down. Thank you very much. I'm Ekina Online. And don't forget, if you haven't got my book, Can I Be Real? It's real talk, real love, real faith. And I really want to encourage you. There's a button. Click the button. You can order it from me. You got a signed copy, or you can go to Amazon and order it right there. Thanks so much. Take care. Be well.